Most people do not lose to a lack of talent. They lose to fragmentation. They sit down to work, glance away, switch tasks, answer something small, return half present, and then call that effort. It feels busy. It rarely becomes depth. Skill does not grow in scattered minutes. It grows when attention stays in one place long enough to become sharp, then calm, then useful. If you want to build anything difficult, you have to protect deep work before you improve it. Focus is not the reward for caring. It is the price of becoming capable. That matters because attention is not neutral. Whatever rhythm you repeat becomes your standard. If you keep training interruption, you get faster at leaving the work. You may still produce output, but it stays near the surface. The task gets touched, not entered. People often think focus means strain. It usually means exclusion. One thing stays in, everything else stays out. That is why it feels costly. Every serious hour closes other doors, messages unanswered, tabs unopened, impulses ignored, easier tasks delayed. But that cost is not waste. It is selection. The work only starts to deepen when your mind stops renegotiating every few minutes. Attention held becomes familiarity. Familiarity becomes precision. Precision becomes skill. Imagine someone trying to learn a demanding craft. They sit down each evening with real intent. The tools are there. The time is there. The ambition is there. But the session never quite settles. A message arrives. They check one detail online. They remember another task. They switch playlists. They reorganize the desk. 40 minutes pass. It feels like effort, yet the mind never crosses the threshold into immersion. So they draw the wrong conclusion. They assume they need more motivation, more intensity, maybe a better routine. Usually the problem is simpler. They are asking the mind for depth while training it for novelty. Focus does not fail in the moment it wanders. It fails earlier, when interruption becomes normal. Once distraction is treated as harmless, the work starts competing with every passing urge. Then even meaningful practice begins to feel heavy, because the mind expects constant relief. What you interrupt, you weaken. Not because one interruption destroys the session, but because repeated interruption teaches the mind that leaving is always available. And when leaving is always available, staying never becomes strong. Mastery does not require heroic concentration. It requires a protected container where the work is allowed to become the only thing happening. Keep one unbroken block of focused work. Use the same daily window if possible. Pick one task before you begin. Remove the obvious exits first. Then judge the session by one question only. Did you stay? Stay with one thing. If the block feels restless, that is not failure. That is the cost of rebuilding attention. Hold the line anyway. Focus strengthens when leaving stops being easy. A distracted hour can still look productive. A protected hour changes you. Guard enough of those, and your work stops being scattered effort and starts becoming earned skill. That's the principle. Now go practice.